Super License Test State takes us to the Zonda R and the Autodromo de Interlagos, a very popular track, a track that's been in the game a number of years, and I've probably done a couple of thousand laps. As you can see, never done it before, and it's 12:06, just pointing out that time, 12:06 today, being Saturday, and I'm going to do this video a little bit differently. I'm going to give you what it takes to get gold, and then I'm going to give you a video that shows you what to get to the top of your tree when somebody sets a fast lap and you've got to beat it. What we won't do though is give you a replay of that second lap. We'll just show you how I've done it. Settings, regular as clockwork, traction control 1, ABS on default and everything else 0. Hardest part of this test is braking for T1, because you have to get your eyes to focus on that 150 board and brake just after it. So you'll see the 150 brake. Keep up with your ghosts. Ease off the brakes into the corner. Second gear. Go through this corner in second gear. As soon as you see it straight, up into third and apply the pressure. So with this, I've only done 4 miles, and this is the gold lap. That's the format we've used. So I did 1 complete lap and 2 failures. Braking after the 150 as per T1. Second gear around this corner. I'm just behind my ghost, but I'm going to go past him now with better acceleration than my flyer lap. Coming up to this corner, changing down to 4th, down to 3rd, and we're going to coast it round the corner, feeling for grip. Applying the pressure again. I had to drop to 2nd there, but we're going to drop to 1st for this corner. We're going to cut the apex, get all 4 wheels on the curb. Change up to 2nd and then short shift it round, trying for better traction rather than spinning the back wheels up. Same process here, up to 3rd, up to 4th, back down to 1st, give the engine some revs, on the brakes, power down now, balance that throttle into this corner, down to 2nd, bring it back to the apex and push for the last corner on the track. So braking early, down to 2nd, coast it through, hit the apex, now drive for the line. Now I say drive for the line, it's a measure of balance control. You'll see the having to hit the apex through this long continuous corner. Don't be tempted to cut too much off that corner. I gave it plenty of room, but with that, that's enough to get you the gold. Almost 2/10 inside. So it's a relatively straightforward one. If you've got the experience, if you've had the time on this track, you'll know what it is, and you'll put that experience you got from GT Sport or other games back into this circuit. So here we are on the replay, braking down to 2nd for this corner, pushing through this corner, not too tempted to hammer it, keep it in 2nd, now up to 3rd, 4th, 5th as the back end wants to come out, but the traction control is keeping that in line. Going to drive down to this corner. We're going to spot the 150. When you spot the 150, brake after it. Down to 2nd gear. Going to pull it through this corner, not being tempted to go off where Lewis got pushed off by Max last year. We're going to cut round this corner, up into 3rd, up into 4th, up into 5th. We're going to change down to 3rd, 4th, 3rd, down to 2nd to control the car, back up to 3rd quite quickly, up into 4th, and changing down to 1st. Coming back into this apex, blip on the throttle, up to 2nd. Blend the throttle around this corner, up to 3rd, into 4th, and then we're spotting this apex down to 1st. And then we're going to accelerate away, up into 2nd, up into 3rd, back down to 2nd for this apex, just to pull the car back in, then up to 3rd, 4th, back down to 2nd for this corner, and then we're going to hammer for the line. And that sees you S8, relatively good for a gold. Here you go, keep powering up this hill. You've got it, you know you have, because you've done it nice and smooth. And again, this is another one of those tests that just requires smooth driving, controlled driving, and there you go through the line. And that concludes that test. Relatively straightforward for someone with experience. I know you might need to do a few more laps to get that experience under your belt, find those braking points, see how the car reacts. I think it was a fairly well set up car. And as we completed that test, you can see there's my 132.733, but Dave Cam, a 132.037. That's a challenge. That's very much a challenge. So here we go, 2 more minutes back into the video. And here we go, back on track. A 1:32, 7:33 is my time, and we're going for it. Braking into turn 1, keeping up with the main ghost. Down into second, and we actually pushed through there into third early, pushing out the corner, driving on down this straight, up into fifth. Now we're going to try and brake a fraction later. Here we do, we spot the 100 where we brake, keep it controlled in second, trying to keep in touch with that ghost, up into third, up into fourth, and I want to be more smooth around this corner, try not to drop it down to second, maybe fifth, down to fourth, down to third, keep it where it is, push it round, let the car flow. We've got a first gear required at this next corner, so down to second, down to first, power it into the corner, then up to second, balance the throttle here. You know you need good traction. First gear would cause the back to spin out, and it does, it slides away, but we're up to third, not fourth this time, down to first. And we're going to push down to the next corner, changing up. We know it's second gear, so third gear holding into it. I don't do the second gear this time. This final corner, down to second, let the car run through, drive up the hill, second, third, fourth, pushing hard. We're going to cut closer to the pit lane this time. I actually touched those curbs on this lap. We're going to cut over the corner there, and we're going to blow to the line. What we're going to do, a 1:31.6. And that, folks, takes us to the top of the tree. That's just a bit of bonus footage, just so you see how it goes. I don't just stop at delivering a goal. Sometimes I do like to push on and just see what I can do. And that tells you there's lots more time left in these circuits. If you've got gold, you can push on and do better anyway.